Okay, so today I'm going to be reviewing a poem by William Blake titled You Don't Believe about Isaac Newton. And I had a lot of, no, I wouldn't say a lot of trouble, but I went back and forth with this one a bunch of times when I was trying to figure out what the intended tone and message and things like that were supposed to be. And at first glance, I thought it was supposed to be, kind of a fluffy, complimentary, yay for Isaac Newton, he's so smart piece. Um, and after reading through it a couple times, I realized that that's not really what it is at all. Um, uh, it's more of like a sarcastic, mocking jab at Newton and his explanations of why the world is the way that it is. So I'm going to read through it, and I'll come back after that. So it starts off. You don't believe, I won't attempt to wake ye. You are asleep, I won't attempt to wake ye. Sleep on, while in your pleasant dreams of reason you may drink of life's clear streams. Reason and Newton, they are quite two things. So the swallow and the sparrow sings. Reason says miracle. Newton says doubt. Aye, that's the way to make all nature out. Doubt. Doubt and don't believe without experiment. That's the very thing that Jesus meant when he said only believe. Believe and try. Try, and never mind the reason why. So, again, none of these are nice things that he's saying about Newton here. When he says reason and Newton are quite two things, reason says miracle and Newton says doubt, he's referring to like the knee-jerk wonderment and awe that goes along with seeing or observing or experiencing beautiful things in nature. And if you attribute those things to a higher power, like God's divine plan or handiwork or whatever you want to call it, and Newton comes along and says, this is why the things are the way they are. This is why the tide goes in and out. This is the orbit of the planets and things like where he's kind of in one of the other poems that was part of the reading, it says unweaving a rainbow, I think is how it was phrased. And I think a lot of people saw Newton's explanations kind of in that light, where he was taking this very widely accepted idea that all things great and beautiful were the work of God, and finding another reason for why they are the way they are. And I don't think his express purpose, Newton's, was to detract from or try to compromise anyone's beliefs. It seemed like he just wanted to know why things were the way they are. And another line that's heavily sarcastic is when it says, doubt and don't believe without experiment. That's the very thing that Jesus meant when he said only believe. So, the or Christian doctrine or whatever theology would say that the only thing you really need in life to be happy is acceptance and love and belief in Jesus Christ. And again, this is another thing where Newton was trying to get down to the nitty gritty and figure out why things are the way that they are. So, yeah, I would say Blake didn't really seem to like Newton very much. And I could be wrong. I don't think I am, though. I'm pretty sure this is meant to be like a hatchet piece where he's just talking smack, basically. So where I'm reading this from is I'm at a conference in San Diego, and I decided to take that opportunity to kind of make it a leadership retreat for some of the people that work for me. And it ended up working out great because there are, I'll show you right here, all of these books in the house that we are leasing. And some of these are printed back in like the late 1800s. They're incredibly, incredibly old, and a wealth of knowledge. Like there's so much information in these books, and it would be easy to sit down and kind of get lost in all of that, and just, you know, first of all, amazed that they're still holding together, but second of all, I don't know, there's just so much in there, and there's so much that, like, you know, we don't know, and whatever. It would be interesting, and it would be easy to get lost in that. But at the same time, as easy as it would be to get, you know, cooped up in the house poring over books, there's also this beautiful beach right outside. So I think that's kind of what Blake's contention was, is that there's so much beauty around us, and the good Lord's intention was not for us to figure out why, but just to appreciate it. And you know, I guess I could be persuaded either way. I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of you post. Have a good weekend.